You walk into a room, stopping in your tracks as you realize you have no idea why you went there. Or you spend several minutes searching for your keys, only to find them sitting in plain sight. When this happens, it's easy to jump to a frightening conclusion that your memory is failing or your brain is beginning to decline. However, these moments are rarely a sign of a broken brain. Your memory is likely performing the exact tasks it was built to do. Forgetting is the byproduct of a mind that is constantly selecting which information is necessary for you to function efficiently. If your brain retained every single detail of your day, every license plate you passed, every advertisement you glanced at, and every random conversation you overheard, your mind would quickly become buried under useless data. To prevent this state of mental paralysis, your brain acts as a filter. It identifies the information you actually use and allows the rest to quietly fade away to keep your cognitive workspace clear. This sorting process determines which details deserve a permanent spot in your mind and which are destined to disappear. We often talk about memory as if it were a video camera, recording every moment of our lives in high definition. But biologically, that isn't how the system operates. The very first requirement for a memory to form is attention. If your brain isn't focused on a specific detail, that information is never recorded in the first place. Our modern environment makes this focus difficult. We are constantly navigating vibrating notifications, endless auto-playing videos, and trying to multitask constantly. When your attention is divided, your brain struggles to capture basic inputs. You might forget a person's name seconds after meeting them, simply because you were already thinking about what you were going to say next. In these instances, your memory hasn't failed you. Your attention simply never allowed the information to enter the system. This diagram illustrates a biological process called memory consolidation. When you learn something new, it's first held in a temporary storage system. Most of that data quickly dissolves, but if certain criteria are met, the brain saves the file by moving it into a long-term reinforced core. Repetition is the first way to trigger the save. Every time you are reviewing information, your brain strengthens the connections between its nerve cells, making the memory more stable. Emotion also plays a major role. When an experience surprises or excites you, your brain treats it as more important and pulls it directly into the inner core for permanent storage. Finally, there is meaning. When you connect a new fact to something you already know, you build multiple pathways to that information. This lattice structure ensures that if one path to a memory is blocked, you can still find it through another connection. The brain preserves what we use, what we feel, and what we truly understand, while letting the rest disappear to save space. You can help your brain perform this sorting more effectively by managing the physical environment it relies on. High-quality sleep is essential. This is when your brain organizes the day's memories and clears out the data it no longer needs. Physical activity also supports this system by increasing the flow of oxygen and nutrients to the brain, which helps manage the stress that can otherwise interfere with your focus. To give your attention gateway a chance to work, practice focusing on one task at a time and reducing digital distractions when you are trying to learn something new. Improving your memory is primarily about providing your brain with the fundamental physical and environmental conditions it needs to do its job. Trying to maintain a perfect recording-like memory is a goal that runs counter to how our biology actually functions. Just as an ecosystem stays healthy by shedding what it no longer needs, your brain stays efficient by removing information that has lost its utility. There is no need to judge your mind for the trivial things it chooses to discard. Instead, consider the thousands of faces, skills, and experiences your mind has successfully cataloged and preserved for you over a lifetime.